Have you ever been betrayed? You know, that relationship that you've poured so much into, so much investment, so much time, so much heart, so much passion, and then nothing. In fact, it's worse than nothing, because nothing would mean at least what you've poured in stays. But betrayal means even what you've invested is lost. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast, and I know what it feels like to experience that moment of utter disbelief that comes from betrayal. The idea that I thought we were doing so great. Maybe it's a friend that you've had a long-term relationship with. Maybe it's a lover. It's an actual monogamous, intimate relationship, like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a significant other. Maybe it's a husband or a wife. Maybe it's just an employee that they've been around your company for a long time. You've been leading them and training them and giving them opportunity after opportunity. Maybe you even thought one day maybe I'll leave the company to you, or at least when I retire, you'll be the person to run it. And then suddenly the relationship is over. And you think, how is it that after everything I've poured into that person, I got nothing coming back? I got nothing. No explanation. They don't even care anymore. They've gone from affectionate to apathetic almost instantly. Well, the sad truth is that very seldom happens. What does happen is that affection is traded for apathy over a period of time. I remember when I got that revelation, the first time that it really impacted me, it was my high school sweetheart. We started dating the beginning of my junior year. We were together all through my junior year, my senior year, and into the first year of college. And I got to the final exams, the day of my final exams. Now, I had passed up scholarships for music and physics and speech to go from my little tiny hometown in Central Texas to University of North Texas. And I said, I don't want to go that far away because that would damage our relationship. So I passed up all the scholarships. I went to school for robotics instead. And I stayed only an hour away from home so that I could intentionally come back and see her. And I called her the day before my final exams. And I said, hey, tomorrow I have my final exams and I'll be done by noon. I can be in our hometown before you get out of school that day. You want me to come and pick you up from school? We can hang out. And her reply to my question was, who is this? I was floored. It was like somebody reached through my throat and just grabbed my heart and yanked it out. I was like 2 years and 11 months and you don't know the sound of my voice? And she goes, oh, it's you. Distracted, completely oblivious to my pain. She said, I got something to tell you, but I need to put you on hold for a second. I said, well, is it gonna hurt? She said, I don't know, maybe for you it will, but for me it feels great. She puts me on hold. This is the day of call waiting on your home phone. She comes back and she's like, yeah, I found somebody else. And I was beside myself. I felt suicidal. I felt like my life wasn't worth living. I felt like I didn't know what to do to go on. And I have to be honest and tell you, for the next probably decade and a half, I carried that guilt of failure in relationships. And I sabotaged every relationship that I had until I met my wife. This year we'll be together 24 years. But I can tell you something about that disloyalty, that severing of a relationship, that breaking, that move from affection to apathy. It damages something inside of you that you've got to find forgiveness to let go of, to move on. And if you've ever been the one who severed that relationship because you've been distracted by or attracted to something else, and you've drawn away from your leader, from your lover, from your friends, because you want something different, there may be some guilt going on there as well. Maybe you did it out of infidelity, but maybe you did it because you realized those relationships aren't benefiting me anymore, and it is time to move on. It is time to do something different. It's time to be somebody different. When that betrayal moment comes, do it with love. And understand that permanent decisions can be made in temporary moments. Don't be a catalyst for that. But if it's time to move on in love. I'm J Loren Norris, and you've been watching Leading Leaders Podcast on Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.